And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 2016 Highland Community College Scottie football. As tonight, your Highland Scotties take on the 8th-ranked Dodge City Conquistadors. Russ Karn bringing you tonight's play-by-play from Kessinger Field in Highland, Kansas. This is the 25th meeting between these two programs, dating back to 1971. Dodge City leads the series 14-10 in last year's final game of the season for Highland. The Conks defeated the Scotties 51-26 at Memorial Stadium in Dodge City. Dodge put up 22 points on the board in the third quarter and pulled away, scoring 36 points in the second half for the 51-26 victory. Highland led the Jayhawk Conference a year ago in defensive quarterback sacks. Dodge was number 2 with 43. And the Conquistador defense a year ago led the conference with 6 defensive touchdowns. Teams are 3-3 since 2010. For the Dodge City Conquistadors, they were co-champions last year in the Jayhawk Conference. Went 6-1, tied with Butler. Then they finished the year 9-3 overall. They lost to Snow College 38-14 in the Salt City Bowl in Hutchinson. They were 5-1 on the road a year ago under fourth-year head coach Gary Thomas. He's 18-15 down in Dodge City. Had a year of 3-8 in 2014, and then they blew everybody away last year with a 9-3 record. They've lost 3 first-team All-Jayhawk Conference starters from the defense last year. They lost 10 all-conference players, 6 offensive, 4 defensive, and 1 special team. And they sent 16 players to Division I from last year's program. They'll be led at quarterback tonight by number 4, Caden Walters, a 6'2", 195-pound freshman out of Dodge City, Kansas. The Scotties come into tonight's action after finishing 3rd in the conference a year ago. Their highest finish in the Jayhawk Conference in school history at 4-3. They finished the year at 5-5 overall. They were 4-1 at home a year ago. Under head coach Aaron Arnold in his 3rd year, 11 wins and 10 losses for Coach Arnold. Highland lost 13 all-conference players from a year ago. They 5 offensive players, 6 defensive players, and 2 special teamers. Both teams will be with all freshman offensive lines tonight. Highland lost 4 out of 5 offensive starters on the offensive line. Highland lost his top 14 tacklers from a year ago, including the Jayhawk Conference Defensive Player of the Year, Tyree Horton. Offensively, the Scotties will be led by Khalil Render, a 6'2", 208-pound sophomore at Homestead, Florida. And we're getting ready here for the national anthem at Kessinger Field. We'll be back in just a bit. And welcome back to Kessinger Field in Highland, Kansas, as the Dodge City Conquistadors get ready to take on your Highland Scotties. Here's tonight's starting lineup for the Scotties on offense. Starting at left tackle will be number 72, Mike Davis. Mike is a 6'5", 325-pound freshman out of Braden, Florida. At left guard will be number 76, Tori Boone. Torrey, the 6'4", 330-pound freshman out of Blythewood, South Carolina. Your center will be number 68, Guy Reynolds, a 6'5", 325-pound freshman out of Meriden, Kansas. The right guard will be number 71, Casey Fye, a 6'4", 290-pound freshman out of Wamego, Kansas. Your right tackle will be number 77, Ali Maboob, a 6'5", 290-pound freshman out of Wichita, Kansas. That tight end will be number 45, Jamal Wooten, a 5'10", 255-pound sophomore out of Kansas City, Kansas. Your quarterback again, number 1, Khalil Render, second team all-conference player from a year ago, 6'2", 215-pound sophomore out of Homestead, Florida. Your running back was number 2, Marquez Terry, 5'9", 180-pound sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia. Wide receiver will be number 8, Damari Kitt, 6'1", 185-pound sophomore out of Atlanta, Georgia. Number 9 will be Ronnie Jameson, a 6'3", 200-pound freshman out of Columbia, South Carolina. And number 11, Bailey Strunk, the 6'1", 180-pound sophomore out of Wichita. On the defensive side for the Scotties, it'll be at defensive end, number 4, Tyler Sims, a 6'2", 220-pound sophomore out of Columbia, South Carolina. Tyler had 29 tackles and 2 sacks a year ago. That defensive tackle, 88, will be Jim Filston, a 6'2", 270-pound freshman out of Palm Beach, Florida. The other defensive tackle is number 93, Eb Covington, 6'2", 290-pound sophomore out of Gaffney, South Carolina. Eb had 8 tackles a year ago. The other defensive end will be number 7, Brandon Berry, a 6'4", 230-pound freshman out of Griffin, Georgia. At linebacker in the Highland 4-3 set, number 13, Jemiah Hill, a 6', 210-pound freshman out of Carroll, Georgia. At number 14 will be Kendrick Caddis, a 6'1", 230-pound freshman out of Deerfield Beach, Florida. Number 15 will be Jacob Romansher, 6'3", 225-pound sophomore out of Overland Park, Kansas. Your D-backs will be number 21, Isaiah Gray, a 5'9", 175-pound freshman out of Warner Robins, Georgia. Number 12, Antonio Cole, a 6'1", 190-pound sophomore out of Edmond, Oklahoma. Number 3 will be Dominic Williams, a 5'10", 190-pound freshman out of Nashville, Tennessee. And the final D-back will be number 5, Sam Jala, a 5'10", 210-pound sophomore out of Orlando, Florida. Sam had 18 tackles last year. Dodge City has won the toss. They have deferred their option this time. Highland will kick off and defend East goal to start tonight's contest. Season opener for both teams tonight. It is currently 82 degrees, no wind whatsoever. It's going to be a warm and muggy night here in Highland. We've had over 6.5 inches of rain in the last 3 days. The field does have a very high crown on it, so hopefully between the hash marks, things have set up very nicely. It will be a little dicey once we get from the hash marks to the sideline. Glad to have you all watching it this afternoon over the Scottie Sports Network. Mitch Austin and John Miller are our camera operators this evening. And again, Russ Karn doing your play-by-play this evening. With 96 viewers already during our stream. And we thank all of you for tuning in tonight over the Scottie Sports Network. Scotties in their home navies with white numbers, white pants, and athletic gold trim. Dodge City's in their white tops and bottoms, yellow gold outlined in purple.
Kicking off for Dodge City, number 15, Jordan Scarlett.
Kicking off for Dodge City, number 15 is Jordan Scarlett, a 6 foot, 205-pound freshman out of Sedgwick, Kansas. Deep for the Scotties. Number 2 is Marquez Terry. And number 21, make that number 27, Alex Bott, a freshman out of Wichita. Correction, number 21 is Isaiah Gray, 6'5", 975-pound freshman out of Warner Robins, Georgia. And we're about to kick off here with the start of the 2016 Jayhawk Conference season. Glad to have everybody tuned in tonight. One of 3 night games in the conference. High end-over-end kick is taken by number 6. That's Alec Freeman, sophomore out at Topeka. Freeman comes through the line, up past the 20, out to the 32-yard line before he is brought down on the play. Get on the tackle for the Conquistadors was number 23. And that is Adrian Castelli, a freshman out of Salina. Again, the Scottie with an all-freshman offensive line. Ahead of Khalil Render in the backfield, along with Marquez Terry. Dodd with a 4-3 set. Wide receivers left and right, tight end to the right side. Terry shifts to the right of Render. Penalty flag on the field on the first play of the season. Scottie's averaged 8 penalties a contest a year ago. Dodge City was right behind them with 7. And we've got a false start against the Scotties. So a 5-yard penalty will back us up on the first play of the game. And it'll be 1st and 15 from the Highland 28. Just underway here in Highland, 14:41 to go. In the first quarter, no score. Highland with their first possession of the contest. Highland will look to the sideline to get the offensive set and play. Render, the number 2 quarterback a year ago in the Jayhawk Conference. Faking a handoff, that's down the middle. Wide open receiver caught by number 8, Damari Kitt. And Kitt with a 1st and 10. And Damari Kitt with a big pickup on the second play of the ball game. 1st and 10, Highland on the Conquistador, 39-yard line. Kitt caught Dodge City in a man-to-man defense, got inside position down the middle. Terry shifts to the right side of Render. Tied in left side. Yeah, give it off to Terry. Terry over the left-hand corner. Stumbled, then met near the line of scrimmage by number 17, Pondraco Stratham, a defensive back out of Athens, Georgia, who had 92 tackles a year ago for the Conquistadors. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Scotties. Ball on the near hash mark. Going into the sun. As it is now 7:01 Central Daylight Time in Northeast Kansas. Render in the gun. Looks to the right-hand side. Throws over to number 11. That's Bailey Strunk. Strunk gets away from one man and fights his way for a gain of about 2 yards. At the tackle again made by Stratham. It'll be a gain of about 2 on the play. We'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Scotties. Ball on the Dodge City 37-yard line. 13:15 to go in the first quarter. 2 games played this afternoon in the non-conference action. Back to pass. Render will roll out to his left. Caught Dodge City in man-to-man coverage. He'll run out of bounds. As there a gain of about 8. Make that 6 on the play. He'd be 1 yard short of the 1st and 10. He'll bring up 4th and 1. Ball just outside the Conquistador 30-yard line. So 4th and 1 for the Scotties. And Highland in the Wildcat as they bring in over the right-hand side, Terry, and he'll put his head down and he'll pick up the 1st and 10. But he's very close. It looks like he's got it from here. Marquez Terry had 63 carries a year ago for 275 yards and 5 touchdowns. He averaged 4.4 yards per carry back in 2015. Scotties with twins to the right. One receiver to the left. Damari Kitt to the near side of the field. Fake hand off to Terry. Terry brought down after a gain around the left-hand side by Stratham again. And that'll be a gain of about 6 on the carry. Second down and 4. Well, now on the Dodge City 22-yard line. Terry to the right of the quarterback. Slot left. Bailey Strunk and Damari Kitt to the near side. Give off to Terry around the right side, trying to juke his way, and he's met behind the line of scrimmage by the left side of the Conquistador defense. Ovenson Clownord, sophomore linebacker out of Green Acres, Florida, in on the tackle. Lost on the play. Well, no gain on the play. We'll bring up 3rd and 4. Ronnie Jamison, your receiver to the top of the screen. Going out now in the slot, number 84, Jaquan Dickens. Dickens, a freshman out of Largo, Florida. So twins to the left and right for Khalil Render, and a penalty flag on the field. And I believe we've got delay of game against Highland. Correction, we do have a timeout on the field, charged to the Highland Scotties. 10:51 to go in the first half. No score here from Kessinger Field. We'll be back in just a bit. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. And welcome back. 3rd down and 4 for the Highland Scotties on the Dodge City 22-yard line. Render in the backfield by himself with Jamal Wooden to the left, the tight end. Twin receivers left and right. Dodge City on the blitz. Render works his way to the right-hand side, throws down the field to a wide-open receiver just off the fingertips of number 11, Bailey Strunk. Strunk had gotten behind the defense as Render on the scramble. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th and 4. And we've got a stoppage of play. And we're going to have to reset the score clock as it did not run during the play. So we're going to set the clock at 10:41 is what the officials said. Scottie will go for it here early in the contest. Ball on the Conquistador 22-yard line. Render with Terry to his right. Double slot left and right. Now Terry moved to the left-hand side of the quarterback, to the wide side of the field. Dodge City with a 4-man rush. Render up the middle. Jukes to one receiver, goes down, and a touchdown. Khalil Render goes in from 22 yards out for the score. Render caught the defense in man-to-man coverage, juked the free safety, and went in for the Scottie touchdown. So coming in to kick the extra point will be number 82, Colton Busing, a 5'11", 180-pound freshman out of Axtell, Kansas. And now we've got a timeout during the delay of game against the Scotties as the play clock has reached 0. Highland having trouble getting the holder in. It's going to be holding the football will be Taman Grabowskis, a backup quarterback, 6'2", 215-pound sophomore out of Topeka, Kansas. So Busing will attempt the extra point from the 15-yard line. Kick is low, blocked by the Conquistadors, covered up by the Scotties. So with 10:30 to go, first quarter, it's Highland 6, Dodge City 0. I'll be back in just a bit. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. Highland kicking off to Dodge City. And Busing puts his foot into it, end over end kick. Will be taken at the 18-yard line. Up over the midfield and tackled on the 43-yard line. Was number 7. And number 7 for the Conks, the defensive back, Marquise Blair, sophomore out of Wooster, Ohio. So the Conks with the football, first and 10 on their own 42-yard line with their first offensive series of the contest. Both teams, again, without any sophomores on the offensive line, so it will be very interesting to see what the Lions can do tonight against the experienced defensive units. Caden Walters in the backfield. Turns, gives the football off to number 5, A.J. Walker. Walker, running back out of Pinson, Alabama. Walker, 5'10", 220-pound freshman. Will pick up about 1 on the carry, make it a second down, make it 2 on the carry, second down and 8. Has the ball at the 44-yard line. Walters, a 6'2", 195-pound freshman of Dodge City, Kansas. As now the Conks in an offset eye. Ball back to Walker. Walker met hard at the line of scrimmage. There on the tackle, number 13, Jeremiah Hill. Hill, a 6', 210-pound freshman out of Cairo, Georgia. And a hard hit by Jeremiah Hill. Will bring up a 3rd and 7. The ball just inside the Dodge City 45-yard line. Caden with twin receivers, left and right. They'll stop and check the sideline for the play call. Scottie drop back into a zone defense. Looking left, pitch high, or the ball was thrown high to the left. Pass intended over there for Austin Watkins, freshman out of North Fort Myers, Florida. So Dodge City will go 3 and out on their first series. Going deep for the Scotties, number 21, Isaiah Gray, freshman out of Warner Robins, Georgia. And punting for Dodge City will be number 16, Alex Becker. Or I believe that's Becker. And we've got a delay of game against the Conquistadors. So that really not a consequence. They will move Becker back 5 yards. Becker, 6'3", 390-pound freshman quarterback out of Garden Plains, Kansas, doing the punting this year for the Conquistadors. Punt, spiral kick. Gray will let it bounce, and the ball will go out of bounds at the 21-yard line of the Scotties. So Highland will shut up shop on their own 21. 8:50 to go in the first quarter. Scotties up on the 8th-ranked team in the nation, the Dodge City Conquistadors, by 6. Lady Scottie volleyball went 1-3 this weekend up at the Iowa Western Reaver Classic volleyball tournament. Highland will travel to Independence this coming week. Be sure to check out the Jayhawk Conference website at kjccc.org for the latest in schedules and roster changes from around the Jayhawk Conference. Render with a new running back to his left. Long pass down the left-hand side. Nice diving attempt by Damari Kitt. And a penalty flag down on the field by the head lineman on the near side of the field. And we'll see what the call is. A sideline warning against Highland is the violation. Coach Arnold wanting a pass interference call, but he's not going to get it. They're going to back the Scotties up 5 yards. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Raekwon Jickens, a 5'9", 195-pound sophomore out of Largo, Florida, in the backfield along with Khalil Render. As coming to the near slot, number 11, Bailey Strunk. Single receiver to the right. Tight into the right for the Scotties. Quick pass, screen, and miscommunication between the receiver, Bailey Strunk, and the quarterback, Khalil Render. So the incomplete pass will bring up 3rd and 10 for the Scotties. Highland with a touchdown in their first series. 8:38 to go in the first quarter. Ball on the Highland 26-yard line. Slots to the left. 3 receivers to the left now. Render gets the snap from Guy Reynolds. Quick throw to the right-hand side. Almost picked off by number 24, Michael Young of Dodge City. And the Scotties will have to punt this away after not picking up a single yard on their second series of the ball game. Colton Busing will come in to punt from his own 10-yard line. And I'm having difficulty seeing the numbers for the Conquistadors. Their athletic gold on white uniforms trend in purple. And again, we're looking through these tinted glasses here at the Stadium Center at Kessinger Field in Highland. Punt away. Nice spiral kick. And the ball will be allowed to bounce. And it will be down by the Scotties on the Dodge City 36-yard line. Downing the football was number 87 for the Scotties. And number 87 I do not have an 87 on the roster. So the Conquistadors set up shop on their second series. Pass out into the flat to number 7. And nice tackle on the play by the Scotties. Pass was completed number 3, Austin Walker, my mistake. Gain of 8 on the carry will bring up second down and 2. Ball on the Dodge City 44-yard line. So Caden Walters again the quarterback for the Conquistadors. A.J. Walker behind him in the backfield. Slot left. Hand up middle. And immediately tackled by number 7, Brandon Berry. Berry, 6'4", 230-pound freshman out of Griffin, Georgia. And Brandon came in and made a big hit behind the line of scrimmage. And it'll bring me a loss of about 6. Bring up 3rd and 6. Ball now just inside the Conk 40-yard line. Conk's now with 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Quick check to the sideline by Caden Walters. Again, the freshman out of Dodge City. 6'2", 195-pounder. And a penalty flag is, I believe it could be offside against the Scottie defense. Tyler Sims got a quick jump on the snap. No, it's against Dodge City. So movement in the line will back them up 5. And it'll now be 3rd and 11 from the Dodge City 35-yard line. Scottie's in a 4-3 defense. Back to pass. Under pressure and a sack behind the line of scrimmage by number 7, Brandon Berry. Berry again with his second big hit of the series. And that'll force the Conquistadors to punt the ball away on 4th and 16.
Back to punt for Dodge City, number 16, Alex Becker. Back deep.
Alex Becker will punt the football away this time from his own 15-yard line. Dominique Williams, a freshman out of Nashville, Tennessee, back to receive the kick. Spiral kick. He'll let it bounce. Now he'll pick it up at his own 27-8-yard line, where he's met immediately by number 22 of the Conch, and that is Drake Damon, freshman out of Goddard, Kansas. Scotties now with their 3rd possession of the football in the ball game. Scottie scored on their first possession, had to punt away on, went 3 and out on their second. 6:02 to go, first quarter. 6-0 Scotties. 2 receivers, left and right. Render in the backfield. Outside blitz, ball given up the middle to Marquez Terry. Terry tackled by the middle linebacker. And in there on the tackle was number 7, Marquise Blair. Blair, a second-team all-conference player a year ago. 6'3", 205-pound sophomore out of Wooster, Ohio. Had 64 tackles for the Conquistadors. Gain of 4. Pass out here in the flat. Around the left-hand side and tackled out of bounds was number 84, Jaquan Dickens, the freshman out of Largo, Florida. Gain on the play as he was ran out of bounds by number 17, Stratham. So it'll be a first down for the Scotties. Ball now on the Highland 40-yard line. 5:30 and running in the first quarter. Scotties up 6-0. Again, this is the 25th meeting between these two programs, dating back to 1971. Dodge City leads the series 14-10, but they've been 3-3 for the last 6 years. No team has put 2 wins back-to-back. Terry caught in the backfield, and he is thrown down for a loss by number 9, Jordan Seminat. Seminat, a 6'2", 205-pound freshman out of San Antonio, Texas. And that'll back the Scotties up to a second down and 16 from the Highland 34. The sun getting down in the western sky. The shadows getting longer here at Kessinger Field. Field lies east and west here in Highland, but the wind is not a factor. It is dead still. The temperature was 82 degrees at game time. Render evades pressure. Run to his left. Will try to make it to the sideline where he's not going to make it. And a tackle by number 7. Marquise Blair ran down the Highland quarterback. Or correction, that's number 1, Gary Johnson on the tackle. So a short gain, no gain on the play. We'll bring up 3rd and 16 for Highland. Clock running, just under 4 minutes to go, first quarter. Twin receivers, left and right. Dickens and Jamison to the near side. Rendered down the middle in the seam. Ball knocked away. Off the fingertips of Bailey Strunk. Nice defensive play made by the Conquistadors. Number 24, Michael Young. Sophomore out of Raytown, Missouri, who had 77 tackles a year ago. He averaged 6.4. So the break pass broken up by the Conquistadors. And it'll be 4th down and 16 for the Scotties. Colton Busey with his second punt of the contest. As Stratham back to punt, receive. End over end kick. Fair catch called for and taken by the Conquistadors. As that was number 17, Stratham on the fair catch. Conquistador football in good position at the Dodge City 35 with 3:36 to go first quarter. Scottie's leading the Conquistadors 6-0 here. Season opener for both teams. The other games in the conference this afternoon. Dodge City defeated Ellsworth, Iowa 30-7. Number 6, Iowa Western lost to number 12, Arizona Western in the Gridiron Challenge out in Grand Junction, Colorado. 25-19 in overtime. So the Conquistadors. Deep pass down the left-hand side. And receiver went down the slot and the pass was thrown to the sideline and will go incomplete. Defending on the play for the Scotties was number 3. And that is Dominique Williams, freshman out of Nashville, Tennessee. So the Conks have the sun in their eyes as they look back for the football. Here at Kessinger Field, 3 receivers to the right-hand side, 1 to the right, or 1 to the left. Scotties showing a blitz with a 3-man line at the moment. Penalty flag on the field. It will stop the play as the ball went down the middle. Head lineman threw it. It's going to be a false start against the Conquistadors as somebody jumped early. So 3:29 to go first quarter. Scotties lead at 6-0. And that'll back Dodge City up 5 yards. So 2nd down and 15 for the Conks on their own 30-yard line. Again, the field holding up very well. We've had almost 7 inches of rain in the last 3 days, but the field has a nice, what I call an Oklahoma crown. It's about 18 inches higher than the sideline. Twin receivers left and right now for Caden Walters. Walters rose to his left. Now we'll go under pressure, knocked out of bounds over there by number 14 for the Scotties, Kendrick Caddis. Caddis, a 6'1", 230-pound freshman with Deerfield Beach, Florida. And the defenses came up strong here. So 3rd down and about 15, a gain of 1 on the carry. Ball now on the Conquistador 31-yard line. Dodge City now in a tighter bunch situation. 3 receivers to the near side. motion man out into the flat. Pass goes incomplete. He fired it hard across the middle. But number 3, Austin Watkins, could not pull it in. So the Conks now go, again, 3 and out for the 3rd time in the contest, to my count. Jordan Scarlett, Alec Becker will now punt away. Dominique Williams is deep for the Scotties. Spiral kick off of the foot of the putter. Will go to the left, and it will die on the soft sideline around the 28-yard line. So Scottie football 1st and 10 on their own 28 with 2:44 to go here in the first quarter. And Highland leading the 8th ranked team in the nation by 6 points. Cleo Render will be at the quarterback spot. Jamal Wooten as your tight end to the near side. Twin receivers left and right. Dodge with a 4-man front. Comes on the outside blitz. Quick throw to the left-hand side. Cut inside with number 84. That's Jaquan Dickens. Dickens met hard by number 8. Cleonord. But not until a gain of about 6 yards on the play. We'll bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Scotties. Ball now on the Highland 34-yard line. Empty backfield for the Scotties, 4 wide receivers. Quick throw to the right-hand side. Pass complete to number 11, Bailey Strunk. Strunk met immediately by the cornerback. Over there, and I believe that's number 9, Jordan Seminac on the tackle. We'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Loss of a yard on the play. Brings the ball back to the 33-yard line for the Scotties. $1:40 to go in the quarter. Render looking down the field. Now we'll step it up under pressure. Works his way to the left-hand side. Now we'll throw the ball over. Ball gets to caught is caught. And receiver getting away is number 8, Damari Kitt. Kitt, a 6', 185-pound sophomore of Atlanta, Georgia. Picks up a huge 1st and 10 for the Scotties. Keep the drive going. Got the ball now into conquistador territory at the Dodge City 41-yard line. $1:23 to go here in the quarter. Scotties are leading it 6-0 on a 22-yard run by Khalil Render. Scotties now with tight end to the left-hand side. Twin receivers to the right. Single receiver to the near side. Marquez Terry met in the backfield by big number 45, Braxton Larmond. Larmond, a 6'4", 330-pounder, a freshman defensive tackle out of Miami, Florida. And that'll be a loss of about 2. The ball back now to the 48 of Dodge City. Now the Scotties go with an even set. 2 receivers left and right. Marquez Terry to the right of quarterback Render. 4-man rush by the Conquistadors. Throw to the right-hand side. The pass complete to number 11, Bailey Strunk, the sophomore out of Wichita. And a quick tackle by the cornerback will limit the gain to about 2, as it'll be 3rd down and 10 now. Ball back to the original line of scrimmage at the 46. As we're going to be the end of the quarter with under 10 seconds to go. And Highland's going to take it to the sideline. After 1 complete quarter, it's Highland 6. The 8th ranked Dodge City Conquistadors 0-0. We'll be back from Kessinger Field in just a bit. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. Scottie football with 3rd and 10 from the Dodge City 46. Starting the second quarter of play here at Kessinger Field. Russ Karn bringing you nice play-by-play. Mitch Austin and John Miller bringing you the camera work tonight. 248 viewers at this time. Outstanding, Scottie Nation. Glad to have everybody tuned in tonight for this Jayhawk Conference opener between the Conquistadors and the Scotties. Render, and we've got movement on the left-hand side of the line. That's number 72, Mike Davis, freshman out of Braden, Florida, who stepped back early. So false start, we'll back Highland up. 3rd and 15 now. As the ball will be placed in Highland Terry at the Scottie 49. So Render with Terry to his left in the backfield. Strunk and Jamison to the near side. Terry looking down for Render, looking down the field, steps up in the field, catches Terry out into the left flat. They're going to say that he caught the football. Nice job by Marquez Terry, who went down after the ball at the shoe level. And a gain on the play will bring up 4th down and 1. And the Scotties are going to go for it here. As the ball placed on the Dodge City 37-yard line. And coming into the lineup for the Scotties, number 77, Ali Maboob. Highland will go to the Wildcat formation and a quick timeout on the field charge of the Scotties. Second timeout for Highland in the half. They've got 1 timeout remaining. The Conquistadors have all 3 left. 14:09 to go, first half. Scottie 6, Dodge City 0. I'll be back in just a second. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. Other games around the Jayhawk Conference tonight. It is Fort Scott leading Butler 14-7 with 2:02 to go in the first quarter. And the Hutch game with Coffeyville has not updated their stats at the moment, so we'll check back with that. But again, a upset in the making. Checking back in the Highland lineup, number 76, Torrey Boone. Torrey, the 6'4", 330-pound freshman of Blythewood, South Carolina, going back in the left tackle. Make out the right tackle. And up that down the sideline. Caught by the Scotties and stepping out of bounds. It was number 8, it looks like. That's Jamari Kitt, if I can double check his number. And it is Kitt with the reception all the way down to the Dodge City 9-yard line. Correct, that is number 8, Damari Kitt, the sophomore out of Atlanta, Georgia. And a 1st and goal for the Scotties on the Conquistador, 9-yard line. 13:43 and counting here in the second quarter. Ball given off to number 17, Raquan Dickens. And Dickens caught right at the line of scrimmage by the Conquistadors. Knifing in there was the linebacker, number 26, Adam Altasotti, or Saul Tanny, a freshman out of Manhattan, Kansas. 2nd down and goal. Ball on the 9-yard line now. Twin receiver to the right. They give it off again up the gut. And fighting near the 5 is Raekwon Dickens. Dickens is 5'9", 195-pounder. Sophomore out of Largo, Florida. And the Scotties now getting closer to the goal line at 3rd and goal on the Conk 5-yard line. Dickens to the left in the backfield of Khalil Render. Twin receivers to the right. Lone receiver with a tight end left. They give it off again to Dickens. Over the left-hand side. And still pushing. Finally, the whistle is blown as Dickens refuses to go to the ground. And it'll bring up 4th and goal for the Scotties as the ball resting on the Dodge City 4-yard line. Jamal Wooden comes out of the lineup for the Scotties as Highland will send 3 receivers to the right-hand side. Alex Bolton now in the inside slot, freshman out of Wichita, with Bailey Strunk and number 9, Ronnie Jamison to the right. Fumble on the play. Render looking now under pressure, will roll to the left and he'll just throw it away. So a nice job by Render to throw the ball away, and Dodge City will have to take it on their own 4-yard line on downs. There was the sophomore maturity of Khalil Render, not taking the sack and trying to force something, and just taking the down and keeping the Conquistadors pinned up at their own 4. 11:34 to go, 2nd quarter. Scotties 6-0. Highland scoring their lone touchdown on a 22-yard run by Khalil Render back in the 1st quarter to 10:30 mark. So Caden Walters will bring the Conquistadors to the line of scrimmage on their own 4. And a quick handoff up the middle to A.J. Walker. Walker fights his way out over the 5, near the 6, maybe the 7. As in there defensively for Highland was number 88. And that's Jim Philliston, defensive tackle out of Palm Beach, Florida. Gain of about a long 3, we'll call it. 2nd down and 7. Ball now on the 7-yard line at the 11-minute mark of the 1st half. Dodge City co-champions a year ago with Butler. Scottie tied for 3rd place. And Walker fights his way to the sideline. Tackler made by number 23, Dante Brooks. Dante, he's a 6'1", 205-pound freshman out of Topeka. But not until Walker out of Henson, Alabama picks up the Dodge City 1st and 10. 1st down for the call. Ball on their own 15. 10:35 to go, 2nd quarter. Twin receivers to the right. Tight end left-hand side. Ball gets away from the quarterback. Walker, and run him out of bounds. As Walters, the ball carrier, ran out of bounds by number 23. Dante Brooks again. Brooks playing a tight corner on the near side. So a loss of a yard on the carry will bring up 2nd down and 11. The ball now back to the 14-yard line of the Conks. Ran out of bounds, but the clock's still running. We'll see how that goes. Walters pitch to the right-hand side to Walker. Walker tripped up near the line of scrimmage or behind. That big tackle there made by number 32, Stephen Delane. Stephen's a linebacker out of Brookville, Florida. 6'1", 230-pounder. With a big tackle there. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of a yard. We'll make it 3rd and 12.
Last 2 minutes of the game.
Walker with the hard snap. Nobody jumped for the Scotties. Trips to the left, solo receiver to the right. Looks to the right, now to the left-hand side, right-hand side, left-hand side. Ball almost picked off by the Scotties, and the late flag comes down in the backfield. And we'll see if this is a holding or a personal foul. It is a personal foul, roughing the passer against the Scotties. So a big penalty against the Scotties on 3rd and long. And that's a 15-yarder, and it'll give a automatic 1st and 10 for the Conks. Scotties again averaged 8 penalties a contest a year ago, which was number 2 in the conference, behind Coffeyville. So the Conks get a free set of downs, 1st and 10, on their own 28-yard line. Walters, right-hand side, quick throw to the up man. Gets away, fights his way to a 1st and 10. And the pass complete to number 3. That is Austin Watkins with the reception. So 1st and 10 Dodge City now on the Conk 39. 8:57 and rolling. Scotty's up 6-0. We're in the second quarter from Kessinger Field here in Highland, Kansas. Russ Karn bringing tonight's play-by-play, as I'll do throughout the season. Walker, right-hand side, cuts it up. He's going to pick up a 1st and 10, a gain of almost 12 to 13 yards. And right now, A.J. Walker, at 220 pounds, dominating the Highland run defense. Conks now with back-to-back 1st and 10s on consecutive plays are now into Highland territory. 1st and 10 on the Highland 48. So Walker behind the quarterback in the gun. We got a double tight. And we're going to have a timeout on the field. Charge to Dodge City it is. That is the Conks' first timeout. Highland with 1 timeout left in the half. The Conks now with 2. 8:10 to go in the half. Highland 6, Dodge City 0. I'll be back from Kessinger Field in just a bit. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. Welcome back to Kessinger Field in Highland, Kansas. 1st and 10 Dodge City on the Highland 48-yard line. 8:10 to go in the second quarter. Scotty's leading the 8th-ranked Conquistadors by a score of 6-0. And an offside for Highland, a free play for the Conquistadors. And we're going to get a possible second flag, but none there. Highland jumped off sides. Highland had Dodge City backed up on their own 4-yard line with a 3rd and 14, and a roughing the passer call gave the Conquistadors a 1st and 10. Then back-to-back runs plays by the Dodge City offense has put the ball into Highland territory. At the Scottie 44-yard line will be 1st and 5 after the 5-yard offside penalty. Twin receivers left and right for Caden Walters, freshman out of Dodge City. Can snap over the quarterback's head, and he's going to try to get on it. Ball recovered by the Highland Scotties. What a big play by Highland. Initial contact was made by Braden Berry. Coming up with the football was number 13, Jeremiah Hill, freshman out of Carroll, Georgia. Give the Scotties a 1st and 10 on the Dodge City 38-yard line. So the Highland defense coming up big. Again, we were concerned about the condition of the offensive line tonight with all of them players on the offensive line, all freshmen this year for both teams. And there, a freshman mistake led to the turnover for the Scotties. Khalil Render in the backfield with Marquez Terry beside him. He'll give the football off, faking the handoff down the side, and a pass goes incomplete. As it was intended for number 9, Ronnie Jamison. And Isaiah Bradshaw in on the defense for the Conquistadors. Correct to make that number 24. Michael Young in on the play. 2nd down, 10. Ball given off to Terry. Works the right-hand side. Jukes one player. And will pick up about 3 or 4 yards on the carry before he is brought down at the 34-yard line. 7:40 to go and counting here in the first half. Highland leading Dodge City 6-0. And we've got it. Officials' time on the field as Dodge City has to replace a player. And we'll reset the play clock. Scottie football, 3rd and 6 on the Dodge City 34-yard line. Render looks over the defense. Corners come up. Here comes the blitz from the outside. Goes to the hot man, number 27, Alex Bott. And Bott gets head for a gain of about 4 before he is brought down by Jordan Seminat. So a catch by Alex Bott, a 5'11", 190-pound freshman out of Wichita, will bring up a 4th and a short 2, let's call it. Highland has to get just outside the Dodge City 28. Dodge City showing a blitz. Render fakes the handoff down the left-hand sideline, fighting for the football, and a penalty flag against Dodge City. That was Damari Kitt with the reception, but a penalty flag on the field. And I believe it's going to be against the Conquistadors. And that will keep the Highland drive going with 6:17 to go in the second quarter. So 15 yards from the previous spot will give Highland a 1st and 10 as the football being placed at the Conquistador 15-yard line. Scottie's leading the ball game 6-0, 6:17 to go in the second quarter. And Highland knocking on the door. They've been to the Dodge City 4 earlier in the quarter, but could not get any closer and had to turn the ball over on down. So twin receivers to the far side, both of them outside the numbers. Solo receivers right hand side. Render on the fake, turns it up, and he'll go down after a gain of about 4 as he is wrapped up there by number 1, Gary Johnson. Johnson, the first team on Jayhawk conference selection a year ago. Sophomore out of Douglas, Alabama. Led the team in tackles with 133. He also averaged 11.1 grabs a contest a year ago. So a gain of 4 will bring up 2nd down 6 for Highland. Scotties now with 3 receivers to the left. Marquez Terry to the right of Render. Render back to pass, steps up in the pocket, now throws to the end zone and basically threw it away as he was under pressure. As he went down.
Brings up 3rd and 6 for the Scotties. 3rd down and 6 for Highland with 5:32 to go.
Render under pressure for number 45, Braxton Leonard. 6'4", 330-pound freshman out of Miami, Florida. Third down and 6. 5:32 to go in the second quarter. Alex brought to the near side, penalty flag on the field. And I believe it's going to be a delay of game against the Scotties. Nope, a timeout against Highland. So Highland with their final timeout of the half. The Conks have 2 left. 5:31 to go. 6-0 Highland over Dodge City. I'll be back in just a second. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. Welcome back to Highland, Kansas, as the Scotties are knocking on the door on the Dodge City 11-yard line. Third down and 6 with 5:31 to go in the second quarter. Update from Fort Scott. The Greyhounds are all over the Butler Grizzlies 21-7 with 13:55 to go in the second quarter. That game being played in Fort Scott. Pass to the end zone, and he is out of bounds. Pass was caught by the Scotties. Number 9, Ronnie Jamison, but Michael Young was there for the Conquistadors and helped him out of bounds, and he could not come down in. And that'll bring now up 4th and 6. An outstanding catch by Ronnie Jamison, the 6'3", 200-pound freshman of Columbia, South Carolina. But he was just a hair out of bounds. So the Scotties are going to go for it here on 4th and 6. They turned the ball over on 4th and goal last time they were down here. Blitz comes in, throw to the corner, and touchdown Scotties. Khalil Render connects from 12 yards out. And I believe him coming up with the reception. I believe that was number 8 for Highland, Damari Kett with the reception. And the kick is up. Whistle is blown. And we'll see what the flag is. So a false start by the Scotties will back them up 5. And the extra point will have to be attempted from the 15-yard line. The kick was good, but the whistle stopped the play. Tristan Spear will hold for the Scotties. Kick is up, end over end kick, just inside the left upright, and it's good. So Busing's kick goes through, and it's 13-0 in favor of the Scotties with 5:18 to go in the second quarter. I'll be back. More information in just a second. You're watching this Type 1 Network. Welcome back. Scottie leading the 8th ranked Dodge City Conquistadors 13-0.
Short one.
As a short kick goes out of bounds off of the foot of Busing.
They're probably going to take it on
And the Dodge will have the opportunity to take the football on the 40-yard line. And they're going to back Highland up 5 and make them kick it over.
Guys will re-kick from their own 30-yard line.
So Busing will kick the ball from his own 30. As deep for the Conquistadors is Quandreco Stratham. And Douglas Butts. Butts returned 6 kickoffs a year ago for 182 yards. He averaged 30.3. Stratham returned 10 kicks for 308 yards. This kick down the left-hand side, returning up the lane. Cut it to the inside, and that is Stratham again. Stratham had a 61-yarder a year ago, and he returns that one back out into Highland territory, or near midfield it is. So the constant excellent field position with 5:11 to go in the quarter. Ball resting out on midfield. And please forgive me again, Dodge City wearing athletic or yellow numbers, yellow gold numbers on a white jersey trimmed in purple. And I'm looking through some tinted glass at 8:01 in the evening here in Highland. The light's not doing us any better good up here in the stadium center. Caden Walters in the backfield, rolls to his right, passes to the man in the slot, and that is that might have been A.J. Walker. I have to double check. Anyway, the pass is complete and out of bounds for a 1st and 10. Dodge City with their deepest penetration in Highland territory in the ball game, down to the Scottie 35. Under 4:53 to go here in the second quarter. Scottie's leading again the 8th ranked team in the nation, 13-0. Ball off to A.J. Walker. Walker over the left-hand side. Tripped up in the backfield by number 88 to the Scotties, Jim Philliston. And also in on the tackle, number 22, was Tyreek Carmichael, a freshman out of Junction City, Kansas. Gain of 2 on the carry will bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Conks. Ball on the Scottie 34, make it 33. Clock continuing to run at 4:11. Slot to the right, tied in back to the left-hand side. Quick pass out to the right-hand side to Douglas Butts. Butts forced it out of bounds on the far side of the field after a gain of about 3. Make that 3rd down now and 6. As the ball being placed on the Highland 31. The clock now again starting at 3:33, 3:32. Walter gives it off to Walker. Walker fighting his way out near the 30. And he'll pick up 2 yards on the carry. We'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Make that 4th and 5. The ball just outside the Highland 30-yard line. 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Or make that the half. Twin receivers to the left. Messer is the tight end for Dodge City. And a whistle blows. Timeout on the field. Charge to Dodge City. They have 1 timeout remaining in the half. We've got 2 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the first half. From Kessinger Field in Highland, Kansas, it's the Scotties 13 The Conquistadors 0. We'll be back in just a bit. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. Back updates from around the Jayhawk Conference tonight. 7 o'clock game. Fort Scott leading Butler 21-14 with 7:18 to go in the second quarter. Hutchinson is leading Coffeyville 20-7 with 6:30 to go in the first half down in Coffeyville. Here at Kessinger Field, it's the Scotties leading Dodge City 13-0. Garden City down Ellsworth, Iowa this afternoon 30-7. And Iowa Western fell to Arizona Western 25-19 in overtime out in Grand Junction, Colorado. So the Conks with 3 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right on 4th and 5. Pass to the left-hand side, incomplete, and the Scotties will take over on down. Pass was intended for number 13, Dennis Johnson, a wide receiver out of San Antonio, Texas, but the ball thrown behind him by Caden Walters. So the Scotties will have the football with 2:39 to go in the half and a 13-point lead over the 8th-ranked Conquistadors. Khalil Render with a fine night. He ran for a touchdown, thrown for 1. The last score by the Scotties was a 12-yard pass from Render to Strunk, and the kick was good. Render will give the ball off to Marquez Terry, and he'll go into the line. It looks like the Scotties are content with a 13-point lead here in the first half. Twin receiver to the left. Highland with tight offensive set on the last play. No gain on the carry by Terry. We'll bring up 2nd down and 10. And the Scotties not in a hurry. 15 seconds to go on the play clock. Render with 4, 3, 2. Snaps the ball. No, we have movement on the left-hand side. And a penalty flag goes down. And we've got a false start against the Scotties. That's the last thing you want to do. You're running down the clock. And the clock ran down to 0. We had movement on the left-hand side by Jamal Wooten, the fullback. So now Highland losing ground on the 5-yard penalty. 2nd down and 15. And the ball back on the Scottie 24-yard line, we'll call it. Clock at 1:53. Render with 2 receivers left and right. Gives the ball up the middle. Terry bounces off to the left-hand side. Good blocking around the left-hand corner. Terry caught high, finally ran out of bounds by number 24, Michael Young. And got some action on the sideline. I did not see a flag come in. So it'll bring up 3rd down after a gain of about 8. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Ball on the 33-yard line. Clock stop. Now moving at $1:17. Ball on the 33-yard line of the Scotties. Render running a play clock down again. Down to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Snap is now made at 3. Throws it out to Terry in the left flat. Cuts it up inside, picks up the block, gets out near the 40-yard line, near the 1st and 10. And if the official marks it where he's standing, Highland will have a 1st and 10. And I believe they're going to be inches short. So 4th down and a yard, or less than a yard, at the Highland 40. 47.3 seconds to go in the half. Nope, they're going to give Highland a 1st and 10. A big pickup by Marquez Terry, the sophomore running back out of Atlanta, Georgia. So Highland now with 47.3 to go in the half can run it out. Render in the backfield. Game clock running, play clock running. Fumble on the play, give it back to Terry. He's met immediately in the backfield. And Braxton Leonard will get credit on the tackle. A 330-pound defensive lineman out of Miami, Florida from Conquistadors. Scotties are going to snap the ball after a loss of 3. 2nd down and 13. And Render is going to run the clock down to nothing. 17 on the play clock, 14 on the game 14 on the play clock. Down to 7, 6, 5. Snap the ball. Off to Terry. Terry spin move, met at the line of scrimmage. But that's going to do it for the half. We put 30 minutes in the books. It's your Highland Scotties 13. The 8th ranked Dodge City Conquistadors 0. We'll see if we can get some stats and be back for half. You've been watching the Scottie Sports Network.
64. He was also a coach in AD. Pat Wozniak, 1965. Marty Allen, 1966, and a coach. Greg Delzite, 1972, coach and AD. Mark Bradford, 1982. Tracy Streeter, 1982. Mike Todd, 1984. John Twombly, 1984. Scott Williams, 1984. Jeff Summers, 1988. Aaron McClure, 1989. Andy Booker, 1992. Jamie Farr, 1992. Jason Sims, 1992.
The other one. Yeah.
Chris Hipp, 1993. Casey Hubbard, 1993. Brian Rolfs, 1993. Andy Wozniak, 1993. Terry Harlow, 1994. Sean Marty, 1994. Brian Wozniak, 1994. Mark Allen, 1997. Heath Wetstein, 2002. Mark Brimmerman, 2004. Amos Duncan, 2005.
Turn the light off.
Tyler Gadwood, 2009.
Turn the light off, please.
Cody
Turn the light off.
Davis, 2010.
And welcome back to Kessinger Field in Highland, Kansas. Russ, Karn, bringing tonight's action with the Scottie Sports Network. As your Highland Scotties lead the 8th-ranked Dodge City Conquistadors by the score of 13-0 after 2 quarters of play. Highland scored their first touchdown of the night with 10:30 to go in the first quarter as Khalil Render ran in from 22 yards out. Boosting's kick was blocked and the Scotties led it 6-0. Then with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter, Render connected with Bailey Strunk from 12 yards out. Boosting's kick was good. Then the score stands at 13-0 in favor of your Scotties. Scottie offensive line doing an outstanding job being as young as they are, as they've not allowed a quarterback sack on Khalil Render. Again, this is the 25th meeting between these two programs dating back to 1971. Dodge City leads the series 14-10. Game a year ago was 51-26 at Memorial Stadium in Dodge City as Khalil Render was injured early in the ball game. Dodge City put up 36 points in the second half, so Highland defense will be tested here tonight in the final 2 quarters. Again, Dodge City number 2 in the conference a year ago with 43 sacks. They've not gotten to Render yet tonight. Dodge City coming off a co-champion year a year ago at 6-1, tied with Butler for the championship of the conference. They finished 9-3 after a loss to Snow College, 38-14 in the Salt City Bowl in Hutchinson. The Scotties went 4-3 a year ago, tied for 3rd in the conference, the highest finish by Highland in school history in the Jayhawk Conference. Scotties finished 5-5 on the season under head coach Aaron Arnold, who's now 11 wins and 10 losses in his 3rd year here at Highland. Updates from around the conference tonight. Down in Fort Scott, the Greyhounds lead the Butler Grizzlies 21-14 with 1:43 to go in the second quarter. Down in Coffeyville, Hutchinson all over the Red Ravens 27-20. That is at 1:17 to go in the second quarter. Hutchinson ranked 16th in the nation, Coffeyville 18th. Butler, the number 5 seed again, being upset in Fort Scott by the Greyhounds. Scores from around the Jayhawk Conference this afternoon. Garden City went to Ellsworth and defeated the Panthers 30-7 up in Iowa Falls. Number 6, Iowa Western, lost to number 12, Western Arizona, 25-19 in overtime on a halfback pass by Arizona Western at the Gridiron Challenge out in Grand Junction, Colorado. Iowa Central, another Iowa school, was at number 14, College of DuPage at 2 o'clock, and I could not find a score from that contest this afternoon. Southern Illinois' Edwardsville JV is at Independence this evening in a scrimmage. Independence will not start their season until next week. As the Pirates will host Fort Scott at 7 o'clock next Saturday. Other games coming up next weekend on Saturday, September the 3rd. Iowa Central will be at Dodge City at 12 noon at Memorial and Stadium out in Dodge City. Iowa Western will be at Hutchinson. That is a 12 o'clock start next week. Coffeyville will be at Ellsworth at 1 o'clock. The Scotties will travel out to Garden City to take on the Brunkbusters at 1 o'clock next Saturday. Be sure to check out the latest stats and scores around the Jayhawk Conference at kjccc.org. Apologize, we could not get any live stats from this afternoon. We'll have to wait till tomorrow till everything gets tabulated. So check out the conference website first thing to see if we can come up with some Highland stats, or maybe Dodge City can get them posted up later on this evening on the conference website. We're ready to kick off for the second half. The Conquistadors won the toss to start the contest, then they deferred. So they will receive to start the second half, and right now I can promise you I can see just about as much as you can on your computer screen. Looking through these tinted windows late at night is very difficult. Busing will kick it off for the Scotties. Ball come up the middle. Contact is made against the runner, and he is knocked down near the 36-yard line. So the Conquistadors first and 10 on their own 37-yard line to start the second half. The Conks have made it down to the Highland 32 and have not penetrated any farther than that after the first two quarters. Again, the Conks with a freshman offensive line, as the Scotties are, has been tested by the Highland front four throughout the night, with several tackles behind the line of scrimmage by Brandon Berry and Jeremiah Hill. Handoff. That'll be to number 5, AJ Walker. Walker will pick up approximately 2 yards on the carry. As in on the tackle is number 16. Make that number 15, Jacob Rominger, linebacker out of Overland Park, Kansas, 6'3", 225-pounder. So a gain of 2 on the carry. Ball on the Conquistador 39 with 14:20 to go in the third quarter. Scotty's leading it 13-0. 3 receivers to the right of the quarterback, Caden Walters. Walters back to pass under pressure. Throws the inside screen. And right there defensively for the Scotties was number 93, Ed Covington. Big Eb at 290 pounds, 6'2", from Gaffney, South Carolina. He had 8 tackles a year ago, and he sniffed that one out and held the Conquistadors to a gain of about 4. So third down and 6 for Dodge City. Ball just inside or outside the 40-yard line of the Dodge City Conquistadors. 2 receivers left and right for Dodge City. Walker will shift to the right of the quarterback, Walters. Walters with the football. Looking across the middle. Pass goes incomplete. On the drag route in front of the linebacker. That pass will go incomplete. And the Conquistadors will go 3 and out in their first series of the third quarter. And that'll bring in Jordan Scarlett to do Alex Becker to do the punting. As deep for the Scotties, I believe. Is number 3. Excuse me. Fumble on the play. And fumble on the play, and the ball recovered by Dodge City, I believe. Nope, it'll be Highland football.
Highland will have first and 10 for their own 11 yard.
So the Scotties with the football, first and 10 on their own 11-yard line, with 13:09 to go in the third quarter. Khalil Render with the football, or in the shotgun. Marquez Terry to his left. 2 receivers to the right. Gives it off to Terry. He bounces it outside, where he's met by 2 Conquistadors. And he'll pick up about 3, but a penalty flag on the field. Could be against Dodge City, offsides. And I believe that's what it is. So an encroachment penalty against the Dodge City will give Highland a first and 5.
5-yard offside penalty on the Conks. Gives Highland first and 5.
So first and 5. The ball now on the Highland 20, or make that 16-yard line. And again, I apologize for the quality of your thing right now. I'm seeing the same thing through these glasses. I'll do my best to keep everybody named correctly. Render. Throw out to the left-hand side. Pass complete to number 8, Damari Kitt. Kitt fights his way for a 1st and 10 on the outside screen. Tackle made by number 12, Karn Merrill, a freshman out of Vienna, Georgia, 5'11", 175-pounder. But a 1st and 10 for the Scotties. Has the ball now on their 23-yard line. We'll call it the 24. 1st and 10 for Render with 12:22 to go in the 3rd. Highland leading it 13-0. Fake the handoff. Long pass down the right-hand side goes incomplete as man coverage by the Conquistadors. And getting away down there was Ronnie Jamison, the freshman out of Columbia, South Carolina. So the long incompletion will bring up 2nd and 10 with 12:15 to go in the 3rd. Kitt and Strunk to the near side. Jamison. Van Dickens to the right. Quick throw out to the near side. And the catch is made by Damari Kitt. And he is knocked out of bounds into the Highland bench area. As making the tackle was number 17. I believe that is number 17. Stratham, the free safety. Gain of 1 on the play. 3rd down and 9. Fake pass. Render under pressure will come up and get to the line of scrimmage to avoid the quarterback sack. He has not been sacked this season, or not this in the game. And the Scotties will go 3 and out on their first series of the 3rd quarter. Colton Busing will come in to punt. Or correction, that is Trenton York will come in to punt. Trenton's a 5'10", 175-pound sophomore out of Wamego, Kansas. Number 86. And deep is Stratham. Punt, spiral kick, nice height, good coverage by the Scotties. Fair catch called for and taken by number 17, Quandreco Stratham. So Scottie or Conquistador football 1st and 10 on their own 41-yard line with 10:54 to go in the 3rd. The Scotties leading Dodge City 13-0. So here come the Conks on their 2nd series of the 3rd quarter. With a lone receiver to the left, 2 receivers with a slot to the right. Bad snap, and jumping on the football behind the line of scrimmage was A.J. Walker, the fullback. So a loss on the play, and that's a big loss. We'll bring up 2nd down, and we'll call it 17 yards to go. As the ball now just inside the Conquistador 35-yard line. Clock continues to run with 10:24 in the 3rd. Scottie trying to come away with a season opening win. Walker, left-hand side, swarmed under as he got back to the line of scrimmage. And in on the tackle for the Scotties was Brandon Berry, the 6'4", 230-pound, the defensive end out of Griffin, Georgia, a freshman. Gain on the play was a minimal gain will bring up third, and we'll call it 14. Ball resting now on the 37 of Dodge City. Clock continues to run at 9:30 to go in the third. And we've got a whistle coming in and a timeout charged to Dodge City. That is their first timeout of the half. They've got 2 timeouts remaining. The Scotties have all 3 of theirs left. 9:29 to go in the third. Highland 13, Dodge City 0. I'll be back in a bit. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. Welcome back to Kessinger Field in Highland, Kansas. 13-0. Your Highland Scotties over the number 8th ranked Dodge City Conquistadors with 9:29 to go in the third. And a third down and 14 yards to go for Dodge City from their own 37-yard line. Conks look to the sideline with twin receivers left and right. A.J. Walker, the fullback, in the backfield along with the quarterback, Caden Walters. Walters under pressure, steps up, heaves it down the field. Wide open receiver, but off of his fingertips. As he would have gone to the house if he could have brought it in. And that was Austin Watkins, the 6'3", 200-pound freshman out of North Fort Myers, Florida, who just had to go off his fingertips. So punting the ball away for the Conquistadors is Alex Becker. Dominic Williams is deep for the Scotties on the return. Williams will back away from the football and let it go out of bounds. Excuse me. As the ball goes out of bounds, 1st and 10 Scotties on appears to be their own 29-yard line. 9:16 to go in the third. Scotties leading again the 8th ranked team in the NJCAA preseason poll. The Conquistadors of Dodge City, the defending Jayhawk Conference co-champion from a year ago. 13-0 is your score. And the field holding up very well after almost 6.5 inches of rain in the last 3 days here in Highland. I haven't seen anybody really slipping and sliding anywhere. Of course, it has not rained since about 7 o'clock this morning. Terry up the gut, fights his way out near the 32-yard line, 33-yard line, before he is brought down. In there with a nice block for the Scotties with number 71. And that's Casey Fye, the right guard, 6'4", 290-pound freshman out of Wamego, Kansas. During the timeout, I was saying how well the offensive line had done this evening. Khalil Render only under minimal pressure throughout the first half. Has not been sacked in the game yet. With a very young offensive line. Terry slipped on the turf right after I said it was looking pretty good. He slipped and fell down on the 33-yard line. So a gain of about, we'll call it 4, 3rd and 6. After the run by Marquez Terry, the 5'9", 180-pound sophomore out of Atlanta, Georgia. Terry to the right of Render. Double receivers left and right. Looking left-hand side on the inside post. And the pass goes incomplete, as it was intended for Bailey Strunk, and he couldn't keep a handle on it. Had the inside position against the cornerback, But that'll bring up a 4th and 6. And that'll bring out Trenton York to do the punting. Trenton again, a freshman, a sophomore out of Omega, Kansas. 5'10", 175 pounder. Did not kick a year ago for the Scotties. Has Quandreco Stratham back for the Conks. Nice high kick. Fair catch called for as Highland got down there quickly with the pressure. And it'll be Dodge City football as Stratham, who averaged 8.4 yards per return, a punt return a year ago. So Dodge City football, 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line with 7:45 to go in the third quarter. Again, a quick look around the Jayhawk Conference. And at the end of at halftime, Fort Scott leads Butler 21-14. And at half, Hutchinson leads Coffeyville 27-7. So a big upset down in Red Raven land. Back to pass, screen pass across the middle, over to the fullback. He'll come up yards, gain about 5, maybe 6 yards on the completion. So the Conks, not wanting to go downfield with the offensive play, picked up manageable yardage on first down. Then it's now 2nd, and we'll call it 3. Ball just inside the 37 of the Conks. Twin receivers to the right. Tight end to the left. Offset, run up the middle by Walker. He's going to be close. And he may. It is a 1st and 10 for Dodge City. So a nice back-to-back run by A.J. Walker, the freshman running back out of Pinson, Alabama. And the Conks with their first down of the second half. First and 10 for Dodge. Walker again with the football, met hard by the middle of the defensive line. And the linebacker, Jeremiah Hill, in there with the initial contact. Also on the stop, number 82 for the Scotties. Make that number 92, Jalen Galloway, freshman out of Lawrence. Defensive end with a big tackle. Gain of 1 on the carry by Walker. Clock down to 5:55 and rolling. Then a flag on the play, free play by Dodge, and they're going to throw it away. Nobody downfield for Dodge City in the vicinity of the football. I believe it was a false start by the right tackle. I'm going to see what the white hat tells us. Scotties are coming off the field. Because now we're going to have an extended conversation here.
There were 3 flags total.
Then there was no receiver in the vicinity of the football. At the end of the play, I'm not sure whether we'll have intentional grounding. We have a dead ball foul. Offsides against the Scotties. We have holding. That is offset. Penalties offset. We have roughing the passer now against the Scotties. So a multiple foul play. And the Scotties get called for their second roughing the passer call of the ball game, and that'll bail out the Conquistadors and put them into Highland territory. 1st and 10 on the 43. Second time in the ball game that Highland has given the Conquistadors a 1st and 10 on a roughing the passer call. 5:51 to go, third quarter. Highland 13, Dodge City 0. Glad to have you all watching it tonight over the Scottie Sports Network. Back to pass. Walters now under pressure. Throws out to the right-hand side, cannot connect with his wide receiver. As under nice coverage by number 21, Isaiah Gray. Pass was intended for number 3, Austin Watkins. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Again, the Scotties travel to Garden City next Saturday at 1 o'clock. The Conks will be at home. I believe they will host either Ellsworth or Iowa Central in non-conference action. Ball up the middle. Walker under. Ball. Tackle made by number 14, Kendrick Caddis. Freshman linebacker out of Deerfield Beach, Florida. And the big guy out of Pinson, Alabama picks up 2. So 3rd down. And we'll call it a long 8. Has the ball resting just outside the Highland 41. 5:14 and rolling here in the 3rd. Conks look to the sideline after getting a check from the booth. 3 receivers to the right. Quick throw out, screen on the right-hand side, penalty flag. Here on the near side of the field, thrown by the line judge. One of the conquistadors got upended. But I believe somebody was offside. We've got a false start against the offense. So a 5-yard penalty will bring up a 3rd and 12 yards to go, we'll call it. And we've got an official's timeout on the field. It looks like one of the Conks have got a cramp tonight. It is 77 degrees outside with no wind, but it is extremely humid with all the rain we've had over the last several days. 4:57 to go, 3rd quarter. Highland 13, Dodge City 0. I'll be back in a bit. You're watching this Scottie Sports Network. Austin Watkins was the injured player for Dodge City. Got rid of the cramp and walked off on his own power. Lost on the play, though. We'll bring up 3rd down. We'll call it 13 to go. Ball now on the Highland 46 with 4:52 and rolling here in the 3rd. Dodge City, again, has not made it inside the Highland 30 tonight. Back to pass, deep down the field, and pass is caught by the Dodge City Conquistadors all the way down to the 5-yard line. And we've got a penalty flag on the field, it looks like. And again, roughing the passer against the Scottie defense. This is the 3rd roughing the passer penalty. Dodge City will decline this one. And the Conks have it 1st and goal on the Highland 2, it looks like. And I apologize, I cannot tell you who caught that football. This is our only home evening or night game here at Kessinger Field this year. And I tell you, it is extremely difficult to see through these windows. Walker up the gut all the way down. Inside the 1, he'll be short of the goal line. In on the tackle, number 23, Dante Brooks. D-back from out Topeka. And now there's the Highland Scottie down with cramp. And that appears to be number 14, Kendrick Caddis. So why do they deal with Kendrick? 3:59 to go, 3rd quarter, 13-0 Highland. I'll be back in a bit. You're watching this Scottie Sports Network. We believe the conquistador that made the catch to put Dodge City down inside the 10 was number 22, Drake Damon, a 980-pound freshman out of Goddard, Kansas. And now we've got a flag on the field as a Highland player came off. We got illegal participation against the Scotties. We had 12 players on the field after the injury timeout. So it'd move that half the distance to the goal. It's inside the 1. Walker in the backfield, left-hand side, touchdown, Conquistadors. Dodge City goes in from 1 yard out by A.J. Walker with 3:30 to go in the third. That is 13-6 in favor of the Scotties. Kick is up, and the kick is good. With 3:30 to go in the third, it's Highland 13, Dodge City 7. We'll be back in a bit. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network.
Kicking off, number 15, Jordan Scarlett for the Cons. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Cons finally get on the
Jordan Scarlett will kick off for the Conquistadors. Marquez Perry is deep for the Scotties. Perry backing up to the 6. Will take the football out near the 15, out to the 20. Breaks it over the right-hand side, out near the 30, 35, 40, and finally brought down out near the 35-yard line, a flag on the field, and it'll probably be coming back an illegal use of the hands against the Scotties. So Highland, with a penalty, backed themselves up, and that is the 6th penalty tonight for the Scotties to my unofficial count. So that will back Highland up 1st and 10 on their own, make that 22-yard line with 3:23 to go here in the third. Dodge City within a touchdown of the Scotties now. Highland led 13-0 coming into the third quarter. Conks have just scored on a 1-yard run by A.J. Walker. Again, a series that was helped by a roughing the passer call. Render shifts the running back over to the right-hand side. Dodge City with a 4-man rush. Ball given up, no fake. Long pass down the left-hand side, no good, out of bounds. As Damari kicked was closely guarded. Second down and 10 for Highland. 3:17 to go, third quarter. As they lead the 8th-ranked team in the nation, the Dodge City Conquistadors. The defending Jayhawk Conference co-champions from 2003. Highland with a wide-open slot man on the near side of the field. Looking out to the screen. Dodge City gets over late. And the completion is made. Damari Kitt with the reception. Again, Dodge City did not check the man on the near side. And a 1st and 10 for the Scotties. Highland now with twin receivers to the left. Bailey Strunk, who's already caught a touchdown pass the ball game in the near slot. Render with Terry to his right. Now shifts over to the left-hand side. Correct and check that. Raekwon Dickens now in the backfield. Dickens could not get much yardage. I'm not sure he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He did. He's going to pick up a yard at a hard fart yard. So a gain of 1 on the carry. Ball out now to the 40-yard line by Raekwon Dickens, the freshman running or sophomore running back out of Largo, Florida.
Russell, same thing
Again, Dodge City not covering the Highland slot. Highland can go straight to the slot man. Pass goes incomplete. They've got a 2-on-1 advantage here on the near sideline. If they just throw it to the slot man, he'd be wide open down the field. Just on a fly pattern. Again, an incomplete pass will bring up 3rd down. Again, the Conks not covering the slot man on the near side. Bailey Strunk.
Not really covered on the other side either.
So Blair cheating up on that right side. Whenever Marquise here comes off that edge.
Render is sacked behind the line of scrimmage for the first time tonight. A big defensive play by the Conks. As Braxton Lamond came in with a sack, the defensive lineman out of Miami, Florida, I believe. At a loss of 5 will bring up 4th and 14. As the ball now resting on the Scottie 35. Trenton York with a high snap gets the ball away. Fair catch call for. And not made. The Scotties pick it up. And they cannot advance a muff. It will be Highland football at the Dodge City 25-yard line. But that will be ruled a muff on the punt, and you cannot advance a muff. So Scotties with a 1st and 10 on the error by the Conks. And Dodge City wants to talk it over, but it's Highland football. So a turnover by the Conquistadors puts Highland in the golden opportunity here with 1st and 10 on the Dodge City 26-yard line. With a $1:26 to go in the 3rd. And Highland hanging on to a 13-7 lead. Michael Bliss, now the fullback on the right-hand side, the sophomore out of Onega, Kansas. He's now, at the tight end spot. Twin receivers left. Ball given off to Terry, and he is swarmed under at the line of scrimmage. Marquez Terry finding it hard going here in the 3rd quarter. $1:12 again running.
Also, one of the play brings up second. It's going to be 11 for the Scotties.
Second down, we'll call it 11.
Render will send 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. The safety coming over for Dodge City, but still wide open here on the left-hand side is the slot man. Highland with a 2-on-1 advantage on the near side. Render pointing downfield. Will throw it hard. Caught a man on the hook route. Spin move inside the line and touchdown. Khalil Render with his 2nd touchdown pass of the ball game. And coming up with the completion to number 6, I believe that's number 6. We'll double check. And that is number 6, Alex Freeman, a 6 foot, 190 pound sophomore out of Topeka, Kansas. Colton Dissing to come in to attempt the extra point. And a penalty flag for running into the kicker. So Highland will move the football 5 yards closer.
After the roughing kicker, number 86, Trent York, to attempt the extra point.
So this to make it 20-7.
Trenton York now in to attempt the extra point.
So York on, snap down, and kick up. Good.
And the kick is good. With 37.9 seconds to go, third quarter. It's the Highland Scottie 20. The Dodge City Conquistadors. We'll be back in just a bit. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. And the kickoff to Dodge City will bounce. Handled about the 19-yard line. Running to the left-hand side, and he is brought down by the Scotties. Tackle made by the Scotties, number 44. Shea Crum, a freshman out of Concordia, Kansas.
First attempt at their own 24-yard line.
Let's see, it looked like the offense got to go over last series. Getting some positive yards and
So the Conks under center, or with the football, shall I say, at the Dodge City 25-yard line with 31 seconds to go in the third. Pass over here on the near side. Nice tackle made by number 21 for the Scotty, Isaiah Gray. On number 3, Austin Watkins. First and 10 Conquistadors. We're down to 17 seconds in the third. We'll see if the Conks want to run it out. Nope, they're going to try to play it. We're down to 10 seconds. 5, 4, snap is made. Quick throw to the left-hand side, or right-hand side. Again, a solid tackle by number 21, Isaiah Gray, and that'll be the end of the quarter. We put 3 in the books. We got 1 to go here in Highland. It's the Scottie 20. The Conquistadors 7. I'll be back in just a bit. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. Welcome back to Kessinger Field in Highland, Kansas. Russ Karn bringing you tonight's play-by-play. Along with Mitch Austin and John Miller doing the doing the camera work tonight from inside the stadium center. Scottie leading Dodge City 20-7. Updates from around the conference. Butler has tied up Fort Scott 21-all with 6:15 to go in the third. Down in Coffeyville, the Red Ravens have came back, trailing by 7, 27-7 or 27-20. Versus Hutchinson with 3:18 to go. The long pass down the middle. Pass goes incomplete on a big hit by the Scotties. Make that correction. That is a loss on the play. A big sack by the Highland defense coming up there on the opening play of the fourth quarter. We'll call it third down and about 17 to go. Ball on the 32-yard line of Dodge City. 3 receivers to the right. Watkins under pressure, throws it deep to the left-hand side, throws it out of bounds. Right there again on the coverage was Isaiah Gray, the freshman out of Warner Robins, Georgia. And that'll force Dodge City into a punting situation. Alex Becker will go back to punt, as Dominique Williams will go deep for the Scotties on the return. Williams standing at his own 34-yard line. Punt, high, deep punt. Williams lets it bounce and it's going to roll all the way down to the 11-yard line, where the Scotties will set up shop there. Worst field position for Highland tonight in the ball game at their own 11-yard line to start a drive. Becker with a nice roll on the soggy field. Render standing at his own 5 with Marquez Terry to his right, twin left and right. Again, wide open slot man at the top of the field, at the far side of the field. Dodge City playing back in the man-to-man on the corners. Quick throw over here to the near side. Ball caught but ran out of bounds. Then we've got a gain of about 3. A long 3. Ball now on the 10 or 15-yard line. 13:50 to go here in the contest. Clock running. In the fourth quarter, Highland 20, Dodge City 7. Highland trying to avenge the 51-21 defeat in the final game of 2015 to the Conch out of Memorial Stadium in Dodge City. Terry works over the left-hand side, fights his way down near the 18-yard line, maybe the 19. And he's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. Ball now on the 18-yard line of Highland. Highland taking their time with a 20-7 lead. Twin receiver to the left, one receiver to the right. Terry over the right-hand side, works it just over the 20-yard line. Could be a 1st and 10. Nice hard running by Marquez Terry. And they're going to bring he will be short. They may think about a measurement. And Highland's going to call for a measurement. So they're going to bring the chains in to see how far it will be. I know Highland will not go for it here at this position of the field with a 20-7 lead here late in midway through the fourth. But Highland wanted to know how close it is. And they kind of get a free timeout while the measurement's being done. Scotties go to Garden City next Saturday at 1 o'clock, and they are short by about 8 inches. So the Scotties will come in to punt. At Trenton York, the sophomore out of Omega will go back and do the kicking. While Stratham, who returned 11 punts for 89 yards a year ago, is standing at his own 48-yard line. Stratham's longest punt return a year ago was 33 yards. Kick is away. End-over-end kick coming through the sideline. It'll bounce. The good roll for Highland. And it'll go all the way down inside the 35. And where it is down by the Scotties. Highland or Dodge City football, 1st and 10 on their own 33-yard line with 12:08 to go in the ball game. And Highland leading it 20-7. Again, the Conch will host Iowa Central next Saturday at 12 noon at Memorial Stadium in Dodge City. Walters back to pass. Throws left-hand side. Immediately contact by the Scottie defense. 21-14 on the tackle. That was Caddis and Isaiah Gray with the bang-bang hit on the wide receiver. But not until he had a 5-yard gain on the completion. 2nd down and a long 5. Ball on the 37, we'll call it. High snap. Ball given off to Walker up the middle. He is swarmed under. Right there with the tackle for the Scotties. Number 15, Jacob Rominger, the 6'3", 225-pound sophomore out of Overland Park with a big tackle. No gain on the play. It'll affect the loss to half a yard. 3rd and 6. Ball now resting on the 37 of Dodge City. 11-minute mark of the ball game. Highland bluffing a blitz. Walters looked to the sideline. Play clock down to 2. 1-0. Snapped it at the 0. Walters under pressure, looking downfield. He'll tuck it and run. He's got a 1st and 10. He's going to the left-hand side, and he will be brought down near the 14-yard line. A big run by Caden Walker, or Walters, the 6'2", 190-pound freshman out of Dodge City, Kansas. That's his first big run of the night, and it couldn't come at a better time. On 3rd and 6, he puts the ball down on the Highland 15. With 10:36 to go in the ball game, Scottie's leading it 20-7. Walter with two running backs to his right. Quick pitch to the right. There's Walker looking to throw the football, coming in there defensively for the Scotties. Tackle made by Brandon Berry, the freshman out of Griffin, Georgia. Another tackle for a loss by the Scottie defense. And it's now 2nd down. And we'll call it 16 yards to go. The football back near the 21-yard line. Coming up on the 10-minute mark of the 4th quarter. Pass right-hand side complete. And a quick tackle near the line of scrimmage. And again, I cannot tell you who made the reception nor the tackle on the far side of the field. A loss on the play now, as they say. Clear back to the 3rd and 11. The ball resting on the 16-yard line. Dodge looking to the sideline. And we're going to call a timeout. Timeout, Dodge City. Their second of the half. They have one timeout remaining. The Scotties with all 3 of theirs. 9:17 to go, 4th quarter. Highland 20, Dodge City 7. I'll be back in a bit. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. .16-yard line with 9:17 to go in your ball game. The Scotties with a 20-7 lead. Twins left and right for Caden Walters. Walters under pressure. Throws it to the end zone, and it is a touchdown, Dodge City. Walker got one-on-one coverage down in the end zone with a 16-yard pass. And attempting the extra point. Kick is down, the kick is up, and it's good. And now Dodge City within 6 as they trail Highland 20-14 with 9:11 to go in your ball game. We'll be back in just a bit. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. So Dodge City draws closer. They trail by 6. That 20-14 with 9:11 to go in your ball game. On a pass from Walters to Marquise Blair from 16 yards out. And a kickoff. Here comes the return man for the Scotties. Nice spin move. Makes it out near the 16-yard line. Then on the return for Highland was number 21. And number 21 for Highland is Isaiah Dre, the defensive back. So Scottie football 1st and 10 on their own 16-yard line with 9:04 to go in the contest at a 20-14 lead over the 8th ranked Dodge City Conquistadors. Dodge City has not led in this contest. Highland led it 13-0 at half. Snap goes over the head of Render. He'll go back in the end zone and kick it out of bounds. That'll be a penalty for illegal kicking, but it will be a safety. So a huge mistake by the Scotties offense. And all of a sudden, Dodge City now just 4 points away with 9 minutes to go in the ball game. 20-16 in favor of the Scotties. Highland with the first errant snap by the Scottie sitter of the night. And if you're a Highland fan, you're going, oh my, what's going to happen now? Highland will punt the football away from their own 20. And Dodge City will have good field position. On return, we got to turn everybody around. They got hung up on which direction they're supposed to go. Yeah, there's no safety. Yeah. Marquise Blair is deep for Dodge City, along with number 17, Stratham. And punting the football away will be number 86, Trenton York. So York put the foot to it. End over end kick to the near side. That's a free football. And if Highland picked it up inside the field of play, that's Highland's football, because that is a live ball. The officials are going to come and discuss it. Coach Arnold with his case. And we're going to double check and see whose ball it is. It is Highland football. Scottie with a big break. Dodge City did not go for it, as it was a live ball on the punt. And Highland right now needs to get their composure, because they're doing a little talking, going back out to the original line of scrimmage. So Highland with a big gift from the Conquistadors. 1st and 10 on the conch 46-yard line. Jameson and Strunk to the near side. Kit to the far side. Terry with the football around the left side. Cuts up. Gets over the 30, or down to the 40. Close near the 41-yard line. And now here comes the flag in. The tempers are getting to everybody late here in the ball game. And this is not the time you want to start talking. Marquise Terry points at the Dodge City guys and says that's them. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Dodge City. So another break for the Scotties. That will bring the football down inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. Make that the 20, yeah, on the 25.
1st and 10.
So the Scotties now with a great opportunity after 2 miscues by the Conquistadors. Twin receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Marquez Terry in the backfield along with Khalil Render.
Terry in the backfield.
Marquez, or that's Render with the football. He's going to run out of bounds. And really, that's something you wanted Khalil to go over and get down and not stop the clock. It won't now. Okay. Mr. Bill Knowles tells me that the clock will continue to run. I didn't read the memo.
Only in the last 2 minutes.
Only in the last 2 minutes will the clock stop. All righty. Clock running at 8:05 to go in the ball game. Twin receivers now to the left. Terry with the football. No, fake and a throw down the right-hand side. And a touchdown by the Scotties. What a play by Khalil Render. And the pass complete to number 9, Ronnie Jamison. And Ronnie Jamison with a 31-yard touchdown pass. Khalil Render with his third TD pass of the night.
Snap is down, kick is up, and it is no good.
Kick is no good. With 7:49 to go in your ball game. Highland up by 10, 26-16 over Dodge City. I'll be back in just a second. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. Now that was from 31 yards out, guys. How long was that one? Was it 31 or how long was the touchdown pass? Five. Kickoff goes to near the end zone. Dodge City's going to pick it up at the goal line. He's going to try to bring it out. And there's number 44 for the Scotties with a big kick or big tackle.
Number 44, Jay Brown.
Yards to go here.
And Shea Crum with another huge tackle. So Dodge City has, Dodge City has the football at their own 11-yard line now at 7:42 to go in the ball game, and Highland leading at 26-16. And I apologize, guys. I was trying to get my yardage right on that last touchdown pass. And we're going to call it a 25-yarder. Render's third touchdown pass of the night. Pass goes incomplete. No, pass is complete on the far side of the field. And again, that is a Dickens to see on the far side of the field at this time of night in the stadium center with these tinted glasses, or tinted glass. 1st and 10, Conks. Walters in the gun. 2 receivers left and right. Back to pass. Comes down the middle, inside route. Pass is complete by Dodge City. And another injured player for Dodge City, a lineman, but he gets up. A penalty flag down though. Ben Walters acts like it's against the Conch, and it is. And it is a big one. So holding against the Conchs, I believe it is, will back them up 10 yards, 1st and 20. And the ball just outside their own 10-yard line with 7:10 to go in the ball game. And Highland leading at 26-16. And that eliminates a very nice catch and a long pass completion down the middle of the field. Play clock down to 7, 6, 5. There's the snap. Walters under pressure, drops the screen pass off to Walker. Walker gets outside but tackled near the former line of scrimmage. He'll be short of that by about 1.5 yards. 3rd down, make that 2nd down and 11. Has the ball down on the Conquistador 20-yard line. Walker in the backfield. Twin receivers left and right for the Conchs. Walters checked his sideline. Highland showing blitz, now backs away. Doorman delayed rush. Another contact with the quarterback. Wide open receiver, but not made. And Highland with a big hit on the quarterback. No flag this time. Getting in there with the shot was Tyler Sims, the sophomore of Columbia, South Carolina. Sims with 29 tackles a year ago, 2 sacks. And he lowered the boom on Caden Walters on that last play. And we've got a timeout on the field, charged the Highland Scotties. That is Highland's first timeout of the half. They've got 2 to go. Dodge is down to 1. 6:07 to go in your ball game. Highland 26, Dodge City 16. We'll be back in just a bit. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. And welcome back to Kessinger Field in Highland, Kansas. Russ Karn tonight bringing you the action over the Scottie Sports Network. Mitch Austin and John Miller running the cameras tonight over the Scottie Sports Network. Dodge City with a 3rd and 11 from their own 20-yard line with 6:07 to go in the ball game. Trailing Highland by 10, 26-16. Pass thrown out into the far flat, but incomplete. And that will bring up a 4th and 11. And the Conchs here with a big decision on 4th down. Scotty's now with 3 roughing the passer penalties in the ball game. We don't want to give out one of those now as we bailed Dodge City out of a jam in a couple episodes. And Conchs are going to punt it away. Alex Becker will do the punting from his own 7-yard line. Dominic Williams is deep. Spiral kick. Nice kick. It's going to land. And they're going to roll. Dodge City with the nice roll all the way down to the Scottie 16-yard line. So an outstanding kick by the freshman out of Garden Plain, Kansas. And the Scotties have the football 1st and 10 on their own 16 with 5:50 to go in the ball game. A reminder, the Scotties will be at Garden City next Saturday at 1 o'clock. The Conchs will host Iowa Central at 12 noon next Saturday at Memorial Stadium in Dodge City. Render with Terry to his right. Twin receivers to the left. I'll give it off to Terry on a trap play up the middle. And he's going to pick up about 4 yards on the carry. They'll mark him short of the 20. At the 19, we'll call it a gain of 3. We'll call it a game of 2, excuse me. Now it's 3. 2nd and 7. Ball on the 19. 5:20 and rolling. Render with a look to the sideline. Play clock down to 9. Now 8, 7, 6, 5. Ball snapped at 3. Off to Terry again, trying to find some room. He didn't find it because right there was the defensive end, number 7. Marquise Blair, the linebacker out of Wooster, Ohio, who had 64 tackles a year ago. Averaged 5.3 a ball game. Lowered the boom on Terry. But Highland now 3rd and 9. Trying to run some clock. Scottie need to pick up some yardage still. Dodge City with a second wind here in the 4th quarter. As they put 14 points on the board. Excuse me, that's 10 points on the board. Terry up the middle, out near the 20. He'll be well short of the 1st and 10, and the Skies will have to punt it away. Trenton York will come in and do the honors. As Quandreco Stratham will go deep to the conch. Number 17. Stratham again returned 11 punts for 89 yards a year ago, averaged 8.1. His longest was 33. Highland does not want the ball to go over the punter's head here. We've already got one safety in the contest. Oh, high snap. Trouble back in the end zone. And he's going to punt it away. And that ball will bounce. And there's no penalty for hitting the punter as he was on the run. And as I was afraid of, another high snap by the long snapper. And the Dodge City in excellent field position on the Scottie 37-yard line with 3:31 to go. Trailing by 10 at 26-16. So here come the conchs. Caden Walters had a big run, who brought the conchs closer. Then got a touchdown pass for their last touchdown. Scottie then snapped the ball over the head of Khalil Render for a safety. And the Conchs put 9 points on the board here. Faking a handoff. Walters under pressure. Gets hit as he throws. 3-man coverage by the Scotties knocked away. Walters on the ground gets back up as he took a hard shot by the Scottie defense again. And it's not been a comfortable night for Caden Walters, the quarterback for Dodge. But triple coverage by the Scottie defense on the outside receiver on the far side of the field. He had no chance of catching that football. 2nd down and 10 for Dodge City. Ball on to 37 of Highland. 3:24. Walters back to pass, steps up, avoids pressure. Looking, throws across the middle. Pass complete to the drag man. Tackle made by the Scotties number 3, Dominic Williams. And that's good enough for a 1st and 10 for the Conchs. Ball now down to the 24. Clock running up on the 3-minute mark of the ball game. Walters back to pass, looking under pressure. He will throw it to the right-hand side, throws it out of bounds, and he takes another shot by the Scottie defense. And Dodge City wanting a flag on the last hit, but doesn't get it. 3rd and 10. Clock stopped at 2:59. Highland 26, Dodge City 16, ranked 8th in the nation, the preseason poll. Walters out to the right flat. He'll get a pickup on the completion of about 4 yards, and that will bring up 4th down. On the make that 3rd down and 6. Scottie hustling some fresh bodies into the ball game. On defense, twin receivers left and right. Walters quickly throws it right hand side. Pickup is going to be good enough for the 1st and 10. Nice catch out there by Dodge City. I believe the catch was made by number 3, Austin Watkins. Penalty flag on the field. Holding against the Conquistadors. A big holding penalty against the Conks on a completion that made 1st and 10. Will back them up to 3rd down and 17 yards to go. The ball now resting just outside the Scottie 30. 2:25 and rolling. 22 on the play clock. 3 receivers left for the Conk. Fumble on the play. Ball on the ground, covered up by Watkins. Or Walters, excuse me. Dodge City has yet to call timeout. They've got 1 left. We're under 2 minutes, $1:59 to play. It's now 4th down and a mile. Make it 25. 4th and 25 for the Conks. And here's the play for Dodge City. $1:35 and rolling on the clock. Walters back to throw. Steps up under pressure. Lobs it off in the right hand side. It's going to be anywhere near for the 1st and 10. A tackle made by the Scottie defender. And Highland will take over on downs. And we've got several spent ball players on the field right now. Nice tackle was made by the Scotties. Coming up with the tackle was number 28. And that was Tyreek Washington, the defensive back out of Wichita. At 5'10", 185, a freshman. Highland with the football, $1:25 to go. 2 timeouts left in the game. Dodge City with only 1 timeout to stop the clock. Twin receiver to the right. Again, the inside slot is wide open. They've got a 7-yard slant anytime they want it. Terry, left hand side, breaks his way over the 40, out near the 42. A nice gain by Marquez Terry. And Dodge City called it their final timeout of the ball game. $1:13 to go in your ball game. Highland 26, Dodge City 16. Dodge City out of timeouts. We'll be back in a bit. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. Highland with the football. 3rd and 3. Make that 2nd down and 3. Clock at 1:15 to go in the 4th. Terry, right-hand side, lowers his head, will pick up a yard, maybe a 2, and he'll be short of the 1st and 10. He'll bring up 3rd and 1. But the big thing is the clock continues to roll. We're going to be under a minute here to go to the ball game. Highland needs the 1st and 10 here to keep the clock running. Marquez Terry with a nice running game tonight. Khalil Render with 3 touchdown passes in the ball game. Has went the distance. Play clock down to 0. Highland will take the penalty. Or they take a timeout. Scottie pick up use their first timeout of the second half. They've got 2 remaining to avoid the penalty. That is their second timeout. 1 timeout left. Dodge is out of timeouts. Don't forget, after the ball game, we'll have a press conference coming up on the Scottie Sports Network. Go to Scottie TV on YouTube and look for the live stream, or I'm sure Highland Athletics will have it posted on Twitter and on Facebook. Follow them on both of those medias. Coach Arnold will. Coach Arnold, will take questions after the ball game later on tonight down in the barber room here in the lower level of the Stadium Center. Scotties, all they got to do is take a knee, I believe, and the ball game will over 28.2 seconds on the game clock. But the Scotties still with twin receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Render gives it off to Terry. Terry met in the backfield. He'll not get near the line of scrimmage. But by the time they blow it for the next play, that'll be your ball game. The Highland Scotties go to 1-0 in conference. 1-0 on the year. The Dodge City Conquistadors go to 0-1. And 0-1 on the year. Scotties will take on Garden City in Garden City at 1 o'clock next Saturday. The Conks will host Iowa Central at 12 noon in Memorial Stadium in Dodge. Your scoring summary went this way through the ball game. Highland scored first on a 22-yard run by Khalil Render with 10:30 to go in the first quarter. Kick by Busing was blocked, and Highland led 6-0. Then with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter, Render connected with Bailey Strunk from 12 yards out. Busing's kick was good, and the Scotties led 13-0. Dodge City scored their first touchdown of the night with 3:30 to go in the third on a 1-yard run by Walker. Carla's kick was good, and it was 13-7. Dodge City came back at the end of the third quarter with 37 seconds to go. A 26-yard pass from Render to Eric Freeman. York's kick was good, and the Scotties led. 9:11 to go. In the fourth, Dodge City scored on a 16-yard pass from Walters to Marquez Blair. The kick was good. Then Dodge City picked up a safety as the ball was snapped over Khalil Render's head into the end zone at the 9-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Highland finished the scoring of the night on a 25-yard pass from Render to Jamison. The kick failed, and the final score of your ball game was Highland 26, Dodge City 16. Want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast over the Scottie Sports Network. Other scores from around the Jayhawk Conference, if I can pull them up quickly. Fort Scott and Butler are tied at 35 all with 11:04 to go in the fourth quarter. Hutchinson leads Coffeyville 34-29 with 8:16 to go in the fourth. Garden City defeated Ellsworth this afternoon up in Iowa Falls, Iowa, 30-7. It was Iowa Western falling to Western Arizona 25-19 in overtime out in Grand Junction, Colorado. So be sure to check on the Scottie Sports Network. Look for the link on Twitter through the Highland Athletics. And we'll be back in a bit with the press conference downstairs here at Highland. Again, your final score from Highland tonight, the Scotties 26, the 8th ranked Dodge City Conquistadors 16. From Kessinger Field, Russ Karn saying good night, everybody.